2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Blair Athol or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.
Hey, podcaster, fun one, as always. Liam's wife almost killed him in the car the other day. We got the BS meter out, and I also shared some very creepy messages I have received from men online. Enjoy.
The Ben, Liam and Belle podcast.
We have really good BS meters. That's why after the show, normally on a Friday, we'll head down to the Cass and absolutely clean up on the poker table.
No, we gamble responsibly.
We've won so much money, Belle. We don't even need to be working here because of all our gambling money, but we do this for fun.
Yeah, what we love to do is you call 13 24 10. You tell us a story, then we get out the BS meter and we can tell if it's BS or not.
Bullshit.
Like Liam's story about us going to the Cass?
Yeah.
Completely true.
No, it's not. It's completely false. It is complete BS. And our favourite caller, or if you can trick us tonight, actually, we'll give you a whole year's subscription to KO.
13 24 10 is our number. Start calling now.
Let's kick it off with Nicole. Nicole, tell us your story.
Now, once upon a time, I lived near a train station, and my mum came to visit me, and I wasn't home, and she needed to go to the toilet. And because I wasn't home, rather than walk the 20 metres down to the platform and use the toilet on the train station, she did her poo in a Ziploc bag and threw it over the back fence.
I mean, sorry, I missed the start of that. Who put it in a Ziploc bag and threw it over the fence?
My mum.
Oh, I mean, that doesn't sound like a thing a mum would do, does it?
But it also is oddly specific,
Weird.
and I'd be blown away.
It's a weird thing to make up, isn't it?
And you know what? Like a mum pooing in, a public place versus being like, I will cleanly put this in a Ziploc bag. Mum behaviour.
Let's find out. True, right?
It's true.
It is true.
Wow.
What a nightmare for someone. Someone would think there's a serial killer watching them if they found a shit in a Ziploc bag at their house.
So, Nicole, did you get home and then find the Ziploc bag with poo in it, or did she get to it before you?
She actually told me it was over onto the train station. So, because I live behind the train station.
Okay.
Yeah, imagine if it landed in a bin, though, perfectly. That'd be amazing.
Or on someone.
Peter in Melbourne, what's your story?
Yeah, g'day guys. So this was a few weeks ago now. I went to my brother's 30th birthday in Melbourne, just at a bar. And anyway, I got there and my mum said, "Oh, Pete, you're never going to guess who's here. Look who that is. Peter Hitchener's over here."
Hitch?
You saw a hitch at a bar.
Oh, in Melbourne?
Yeah. So basically, my brother's worked with him for a few years now, and he just invited him to his birthday, and yeah, he came along for a few hours. He was a really nice bloke.
I mean, you're obviously telling the truth, right, Peter?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
That's just a nice, wholesome
I feel like
story.
there's not an untrustworthy bone in your body, Pete. I believed you all the way.
Thanks, Pete.
Look over there. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's a Balrog. Oh, no, it's just Ben, Liam and Belle.
Something happened to us today. It's an exciting time in the Stapleton household. My wife Sarah and I just got a new car. So pretty good. A new old car, secondhand. But yeah, it's got Apple CarPlay. Yeah, all the bells and whistles.
Of course, though, you only use it for the digital radio to keep it locked on Nova.
Well, this is true. So we're driving along today and still familiarising ourselves with the vehicle. There's a few lights that ping off. It's got that sort of that light that comes up on your mirror when someone's in your blind spot. So just different things you're getting used to.
Fancy.
And we're just driving along today. And going through some traffic lights, and it's like a nice day, and we've got the windows open, and Sarah went to just close the window, and we're going 60 k's an hour, and then I feel like we've been hit by a truck because she flicks up the handbrake.
Whoa!
Instead of the window to the left, she's gone in with her right hand on the passenger seat in the center console, ripped up the handbrake.
Yep.
We have just gone literally, my collarbone feels like it's bruised because we stopped. It was like ripping the handbrake up, going 60 k's an hour.
As if the car, with all the tech these days and the fancy handbrake, which is just a little button, as if it would allow you to lock it up going 60 k's.
But then,
so
hang
we're
on,
going.
so
It was like whoosh, no one was behind us, luckily. as it was happening, I'm like, what was that? And then she was just covering her mouth like, I'm so sorry. I just put the handbrake on. Like, well, don't do that again.
So
if we were going 100 Ks, we would have died.
in your old car, the window switch was where?
No, it was on the door. But
And
I
so
don't know.
where is the window switch in the new car?
On the door, where it always is.
What shit?
This is the switch on the center console next to the gear stick, which
Presumably
is clearly
labelled handbrake,
yeah.
potentially.
It says handbrake in big letters, got a big orange light on it. But it was a brain fart.
You like that feeling in your ear holes? That's the Ben, Liam and Belle podcast. If you're listening to this podcast at 2 times speed, it's the Ben, Liam and Belle podcast.
Ben Lehman Bell here across Australia. You are on Nova.
I'm trying to sell some of my old pole dancing shoes at the moment online on Marketplace, and I have listed them, except what's happened is I haven't got people interested in buying my shoes for pole. I have got a lot of unsolicited messages from men, clearly with foot fetishes.
Now, not that that's great, and I can see why you wouldn't expect that, but now that you're saying it, it does seem like something that would happen.
Yeah, and to be honest, I should have seen it coming. So what I've done is tonight I've collated some of my favourite messages from men who want to buy my shoes. I have put them in front of you for you guys to read.
So these are real messages from real men who want to buy your shoes.
Some of them don't even involve buying them. You'll see.
Okay. Liam, would you like to go first?
Yeah, why not? It says, "Hi, love. Would love you to send me a pic of your feet in these with the nail polish and matching the shoe colour. Thanks." I just love how he's just said, like, thanks. Like, that's what I would love. Thanks.
You've got another message here that says, want to join me tonight at my place with these on? I have a pole at mine already.
Can you leave these somewhere in the neighbourhood for me to find?
So
I feel weird about that one.
I just wish I was a pair of shoes. That's all.
I'd love to buy these. Are you selling any old socks too? Because
I had a lot of that
this
one.
guy would certainly be interested.
Oh, is this real? Are you free this weekend? Would love you. Are you free this weekend? I would love for you to step on me in these, please.
Legit. Like, come over on Saturday and just step on me in there. And they are like stilettos.
Can you be my royal queen and I be your loyal slave? Bit much for trying to sell some shoes. $50.
Can I buy these off you, then buy you a new pair every month for you to wear and send?
That sounds lucrative.
Like a subscription service.
To be honest,
Yeah.
I kind of considered that one. I was like, a new pair of shoes every month and you'll pay me? It's not all bad.
Oi, stop gooning. The next bit's about to
Well, we're
start.
very excited to be joined by our next guest. He's just come fresh off a sold-out run in Adelaide. He's touring around the country. It's the wonderful, award-winning Kiwi comic, Guy Montgomery. How you doing?
Oh, my gosh. Now, for people listening along, that's a pre-record of applause. That is not, that's not real clapping. In fact, it was quite a stoic welcome from Ben,
Yeah.
Liam and Belle. Their arms were crossed the whole time.
Well, true,
They're just
yeah.
pushing buttons and staring me down while I hear claps.
Well, Guy, if this really gets going, I've got, that's like general applause. I've also got cheer.
Oh, my gosh. Oh, yeah. People love it when I say, oh, my gosh.
Many people have seen you on our TV screens lately on the ABC, Guy Montgomery's Spelling Bee. It's a wonderful show. And I think this was a few years ago. You gave Ben a bit of a spelling test.
Yes,
And
I remember.
It didn't go too well.
There was some curly words in there, like zucchini. That was a tough one.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
I am hoping today we can get a bit of redemption.
Can I ask, could you have got courgette?
Absolutely not.
Ben's been training, like in Rocky IV when he goes to Siberia and trains in the barn.
That's all I think about.
Yeah, that's Ben's been in a training montage for the last 2 or 3
wow.
years,
I don't
but
know.
just revising, reading the dictionary.
We're lifting up large letter-shaped weights above his head.
Yeah, but I do feel for you, Ben, because Ben, if you didn't know, he dropped out of school in, year 10?
I'm not a charity case, Bill.
A little bit, but also a little bit dyslexic.
Yes,
so
very dyslexic.
We've
Oh,
got a
wow.
double header here.
Yeah.
Just for the
Good
record, I am as well,
Yes.
and I'm glad the spelling laser isn't being pointed at my forehead
Well,
right now.
Yeah, and the laser's probably quite distracting as well. Sorry, Ben, but I've got to up the stakes somehow.
All right, Guy, hit me with some words.
Okay. Your word is hippopotamus.
Oh, come on. Well, hippo I know is Hippo.
Sound it out. You got it.
Hippo, Potimus.
That is incorrect. I'm so sorry.
Close. Only one letter.
Yeah, it's an I. H-I-P-P-O. You said hippopotamus.
Okay.
But no, I mean, you're very warm, though. You're in the neighborhood.
Okay, good.
Next up, vacuum.
V-A-C-U-U-M.
Yes, that is correct. Okay. I'm gonna reach for some of what I think are the more challenging ones on the list now. Maneuver.
Maneuver.
It's a real Val salad in the middle of that.
M. I think we get it wrong on the second letter.
I also think you said the word differently to how it's spelled.
Yeah.
Maneuver.
What?
A little earlier on in the alphabet.
Maneuver.
Maneuver.
You're going to make a dog's breakfast of this.
M-A-N-A-U-I-V-E-R. Maneuver.
That is incorrect in a variety of different ways. M-A-N-O-E-U-V-R-E. Maneuver.
And you know, I as I said, I'm dyslexic as well. Even you saying that right, I was like, I had no difference in what Ben said to what you said. I was like, at a certain point, you're like, nah, I don't know.
Let's go next point wins.
Okay.
Give me one more.
I'm going to give you sergeant.
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 Can you use it in a sentence?
Yeah, Sergeant. That's Sergeant Pepper. He's got a pretty wacky taste in music for a military man.
I know I can't spell this, but S-A-R-G-E-N-T. Sergeant.
That is incorrect.
Damn it.
Sergeant spelled S-E-R-G-E-A-N-T.
Once again, it is a fail.
What?
Hey, get back into Siberia, man. Start training. Another 3 or 4 years, you've got this thing.
I think go back to school. I think the year 10s would love to have you.
Well, Guy, wonderful. Thank you so much for coming in, giving Ben a bit of a spelling test there. And your show, I've noticed so many things. It'd be unfair to keep them to myself, is going right around the country. People can check you out. Melbourne Comedy Festival next.
That's right.
And then you're heading all around.
That's right. I'm going to go to everywhere in Australia, except for some places.
Where can you buy tickets?
You can buy them if you go to my Instagram and click on the link in my bio. I reckon that's the most efficient way to find them because they're all in the order and they've got the place names at the start. I curated the list myself. I'll put them all together like that.
Well, make sure you definitely go and check out that piece of art. Thank you so much for coming in, Guy.
Thanks so much for having me.
The Ben, Liam and Belle podcast. Wait, is Liam that guy from TikTok?
It's Ben, Liam and Belle here, live on Nova across Australia.
Oh, just a classic radio blunder on the ABC, the auntie today. There was a presenter, I won't name names. He thought he was off air and thought the studio wasn't going to air, but there was no music playing, but his mic was live to the whole country. Have a listen.
What? I can hear myself.
It's not coming through on anything.
What's going on?
That went on for about 40 minutes. And I thought, what a time to go through our top 5 radio blunders. Now, we've had a ton, but these are our favourite industry-wide. I've got to start with Fiona, who called through on the 5AA Sports Show in Adelaide and farted down the phone line.
He's got to grind it out now. Fiona at Glen... Oh, pardon me. What was that? Fiona.
Hello, how are you?
What happened then?
Oh, my husband walked past.
No, I'm not copping that. Don't, Fiona, don't dob it in on him.
I love that moment so much. It's going to be like a 1 in a million chance going to a caller while they're ripping apart.
And then it was like, my husband walked past.
That is iconic. Coming in at number 4, the presenter who was absolutely blind on her last day of work and got dragged off mid-show.
For the last time on lunchtime, let's say you pick the music. Oh, yeah. And wishing you all the best for the future, says Roach and Pink. We're having a party. Yeah, hey.
Unfortunately, Paul is not feeling quite well, so she's gone home. So unfortunately, you've got me till 4 o'clock.
Paula's not feeling quite well because she's had 3 bottles of rosé and we can all hear it, okay? It's really starting to heat up now. The top 3 in our favourite radio blunders. Luke Boner from Triple M Mid-Dawns, almost dying mid-break.
One or two of them wouldn't offer their hand. They'll play that.
Yeah, no, that's true. But then you're saying they're running. Well, what was that? You there?
Sorry, that was me coughing.
I love the concern from the caller. What was that?
What was that?
You're right.
Were you shot with a bow and arrow through the chest? Such a violent sound. Number 2, it's also in the UK, the BBC presenter who got done by the prank text.
Dear Chris, please say a big hello to Connie Lingus, who's 69 on Tuesday. She'll be enjoying my meat and 2 veg on Sunday at 12, which are all the very best, and tell her I look forward to seeing her when she comes. Thanks ever so much, says Ivan Ardon.
How did that not get number 1?
Ivan Ardon just said it completely blank, and then he had to sit in a boardroom while his bosses played that back to him and said, "Now, Graham, we just got to be careful with what we're reading out on air, okay?" Coming in at number 1 has to be the guy who pretended to be a kid and called 3AW to tell a rude joke.
Hello, Toby.
Hi, Bruce. Hi, Phil.
Yes, Toby.
I have a joke.
Yes.
What's the funniest smelling thing in the whole wide world?
The funniest smelling thing in the whole wide world.
Yes.
Perhaps your nose.
Oh, nah.
What was it?
An anchovy.
Oh, what a pity, Toby. Never call us again, please. Never in your life even think about it.
And think there are people like Carmen and Queenie online and could hear that in their ear and are offended.
I just love how taken back people like Carmen and Queenie are callers. They are offended. If you feel like the uncensored version, you can just YouTube that one. It's up there.
You're on Nova.
And that's it.
Miss any of the show? Catch up with the Ben, Liam and Belle podcast on the Nova Player or wherever you get your pods.
Ben, Liam and Belle on Nova.
2 words, Revo Fitness. Here's a few more. Simple, 24/7, reformer Pilates, body scanners, massage chairs, squat racks, free weights, pin and plate loaded equipment, no lock-in contracts, no bullshit. All of that and more from just $9.69 a week. That's surprisingly affordable. Join now at Revo Fitness Blair Athol or download the Revo Fitness app. RevoFitness.com.au or find the Revo Fitness app in the App Store.